Hey guys, Brian the Shaving Geek here with another episode of my Shave of the Day. Today I had an opportunity to use some of the gear that I picked up at the Northeast Wet Shaving Meetup on Saturday. Actually, I hadn't shaved since Sunday, haven't been feeling too hot, and so it took a couple of days off of shaving and didn't actually shave until this evening. Normally I shave in the morning before I go to work, but I didn't go to work today. So I shaved this evening and was in a bit of a rush because I had kind of a meeting to get to tonight, and so didn't have as much time to enjoy the shave or to really, what do you want to say, take notice of everything, I guess, as much as I would normally like to, especially when I'm using new products. But I still did want to at least give you my CDB calls it initial impressions. I'm not going to necessarily call this a review because I do want to put some of these products through their paces before I really come to some kind of conclusion. So what did I use? Well, first of all, I used this new brush from Maggard razors, and as I suspected, this knot is very, very soft. The tips are very soft, and there is quite a bit of backbone. The one thing though that I did notice, and I'm not sure if it's the soap that I use or if it's just how this brush performs, but I noticed that the bristles had a tendency to kind of clump up, and it ended up kind of with this almost like I don't know, it was just a little bit more clumped up than I'm normally used to with my brushes. So I don't know if it just needs to be broken in or whatnot, but it just was a little odd compared to how I'm normally used to seeing my brushes usually have a little bit more, if you want to say, we'll call it splay or whatnot, but these just really were compact and really clumped up quite a bit. Got very paint, I don't know if paintbrushy is a word, but it really ended up looking a lot like that while I was using it. And normally my brushes tend to hold their shape a little bit better. But again, new brush, I'm going to try it a couple more times and then I'm going to loan it to a friend. But overall, it had great backbone, great feel on the face. Just seemed like it clumped up a little bit. New soap today, I used Katie's Bubbles Tonsorial Parlour. And first of all, scent. Whew, oh man, love that. And you know, I was noticing the citrus in it, but I really wasn't able to put my finger on it. And my son picked it up right away, and he said, "Dad, that's lemon." So I don't know if he says sharp citrus. I don't know if it's a lot of different citruses, whatever, or if it's just lemon. But there is definitely a very strong, I can pick it up now, lemon scent, and very, very pleasant. But scent aside, the performance of this is just as you would expect from Katie's Bubbles. It lathered very easily, and those who say that it leaves a very nice post-shave feel are actually very correct. My skin feels very nice and moisturized, but not greasy. So I was very, very impressed. And so Chris, thumbs up on this. Love the scent. The performance on this is very, very good. And so very happy with this. If you don't have any Katie's Bubbles in your den, rectify that. And if you're interested in something that looks like that's sharp citrus and floral with a powdery finish, check it out. Excellent stuff. This is also excellent. Very nice staying power. Now, obviously, you know, I haven't had this on all day. I've only had this on probably, well, maybe 3 or 4 hours, but I still smell it. Still can pick it up very, very well. And, you know, it was so strong, I got in the car, and my son wanted to know what the smell was. And so I told him that it was, you know, a new aftershave, a new soap. And at that point, that's when he picked up on the lemon. But very nice scent. So 2 thumbs up on that as well, Chris. Finally, today, let me talk to you about my razor and blade. So this is all new stuff, and I generally don't like to just do all new stuff. I like to introduce one variable at a time. Sometimes, you know, I found that a soap can perform one way, an aftershave can perform another, and then when you get into razor and blade combinations, you know, again, there's just a lot of variables. And so, you know, if you're feeling a lot of tug, is it the razor? Is it the angle? Is it the blade? Is it, you know, the amount of growth that you had? You know, is it the soap maybe isn't slick enough? You know, so many things. And so when you throw all of those variables at it at one time, you know, and you run into some kind of an issue, it does make it a bit of a challenge to diagnose what the issue was. So why do I say that? Well, today's shave, I will be honest with you, wasn't the most comfortable shave that I've ever had. I did feel a little bit of tugging, and but I'm not sure if that's because I hadn't shaved for 2.5 days, or if it's because of this blade, or if it is because of this razor, this slant. And so that's one of those things that, you know, it is a little bit tough for me to, and that's why I want to use these products multiple times before I give you, even with, you know, with the brush, even before I give you my final verdict on it. These are just my initial impressions, but I did have quite a bit of tugging today on my first pass. Once I got past that first pass, then things seem to calm down a little bit. So right now I'm attributing it to a little longer growth than I normally have. But my beard was very hydrated. I just gotten out of the shower, as is my normal practice, before I shaved. Maybe I didn't spend as much time whipping up a lather to get, you know, I don't know. But there just was a little bit of tugging there. So we'll see. The jury is still out on this blade. And the razor felt great in the hand. The heft is great. You know, the just allowing the razor to do its you know, using the weight of the razor to do the cutting was great. Maybe part of the uncomfortableness was the fact that this is a slant, and I'm just not, you know, I have one slant that I use during football season, my Mercur, whatever it is, 34C or 37C, I'm not even sure what it is, but the slant that I have. So maybe that is what was causing the tugging. We'll revisit it. I'll use this many times before I give you my, what do you want to say, my lasting thoughts on it. But for a first run with this razor, really enjoyed it. I'm loving the heft on this. Really love that. And, you know, the blades were definitely passable. No nicks, no weepers today. So we'll give it another go a couple of times. We'll see how it goes, and then I will give you my thoughts on those blades. But overall, excellent shave. Really enjoyed it. I wish I would have had a little bit more time to really sit down or sit back and enjoy it, take it a little bit more slowly. That may have also contributed a little bit to the tugging, is that I was in a bit of a hurry. But overall, still a great shave. A very nice close shave, 2 passes. I wouldn't say I got BBS, but it's definitely DFS plus. So enjoyed it. This new scent that I have here and this new soap from Chris, excellent stuff. Very glad that I bought that. No buyer's remorse whatsoever. And definitely looking forward to trying this Maggard brush out a few more times before I loan it out to my friend. This Maggard slant razor, and then these Rockwell razor blades. So this is Brian the Shaving Geek reporting live from my shave den, wishing you a lifetime of happy shaves. Have a great day, everybody.